You open Netflix just for one episode. Next thing you know, it's midnight and you're 5 episodes in. Sound familiar? It's not an accident. Netflix doesn't just serve you content. It shapes your behavior. From the way it looks, to the way it plays, to what it shows you next, Netflix is using a series of subtle but powerful psychological tricks to keep you watching. In this video, we're going to break them down one by one. Let's get started. It all begins with decision, or rather, the lack of one. When you finish an episode, Netflix doesn't ask, "Do you want to watch another one?" Instead, it starts playing the next episode in just 5 seconds. This is called reducing friction. It's a principle from behavioral science. If you remove tiny obstacles between someone and the action you want them to take, they're far more likely to do it. You're tired, maybe even ready to stop, but the next episode is already rolling, so you stay. This mechanism mimics slot machines. Instead of spinning reels, you're spinning through content, and the reward is a new hit of dopamine, a new storyline, a new moment of satisfaction. The effect is compounded by Netflix's endless scroll. Have you noticed there are no pages on Netflix? You never hit a wall. There's always another row, another show, another teaser. This is an intentional design choice. It feeds our curiosity and our brain's need for novelty. You're always just one swipe away from discovering something better. And when your brain thinks there's a chance you'll find something even more exciting just a little further down, it becomes very hard to stop. Now, let's talk about recommendations, because Netflix doesn't just give you options, it gives you your options. Netflix uses a form of artificial intelligence called collaborative filtering. This means the platform looks at what you've watched, what you skipped, how long you watched, what you paused, and compares that data with millions of other users. Based on this, it predicts what you'll enjoy next. But it goes further than that. The thumbnails you see on Netflix are dynamically generated. If you're someone who watches a lot of action, a show might show you a gunfight on the cover. Someone else might see the same show with a romantic scene as a thumbnail, all because the algorithm thinks that version is more likely to make them click. This isn't just personalization, it's persuasion. Your homepage is tailored not just to reflect your interests, but to influence your next choice. And all of this is invisible. You feel like you're choosing freely, but your free will is being gently steered. Now think about the design of the app itself. Netflix is remarkably clean. No notifications, no comment sections, no likes or shares or external distractions. Why is that important? Because it minimizes cognitive load. In psychology, this is called decision fatigue. The idea that the more choices you face, the harder it becomes to make good decisions. Netflix makes most of the choices for you. The next episode, the suggested title, the auto-playing preview. It's all designed to reduce the need for thought. This makes the platform easy to use and dangerously easy to overuse. Even the sound design is purposeful. That now famous ta-dum. When the app opens, triggers a sense of anticipation. Over time, you associate that sound with comfort, with entertainment, with the start of good time. This is classical conditioning in action, a digital version of Pavlov's dog. You hear the sound, and your brain prepares to relax and stay. Another trick Netflix uses is rooted in storytelling. Cliffhangers. Episodes don't end with closure. They end with tension, a dramatic reveal, an unanswered question, a pause right before something major happens. This taps into something called the Zeigarnik effect. Psychologically, we remember unfinished tasks better than completed ones. An unresolved story lingers in your mind, and the quickest way to resolve that tension is to watch the next episode. Netflix leverages this relentlessly, not just within a show, but across seasons, trailers, and cross-promotions. They even skip the credits for you. Why? Because the credits give your brain a chance to breathe, a natural stopping point. By skipping them, Netflix cuts off that moment of reflection. You stay immersed. You don't think about quitting because you're already watching something else. Social pressure plays a role too. Netflix shows you what's trending in your country, what's in the top 10, what's being talked about right now. This activates a powerful psychological motivator. FOMO, the fear of missing out. If a show is popular, you feel like you should be watching it. If your friends are watching it, You want to join the conversation. And when Netflix suggests content that others with your profile are watching, it reinforces the feeling that you're being left behind if you don't keep up. What's interesting is that this technique isn't unique to Netflix, but they've implemented it with more subtlety than most. It feels helpful, not manipulative, and that's why it works so well. Let's also look at how Netflix removes any easy way out. There's no prominent log out button. There's no take a break reminder unless you actively enable one. Even the rare "are you still watching?" message isn't really a warning. It's a soft pause, easy to override. The entire platform is built on the principle of seamlessness. It doesn't want to interrupt your experience. It wants to extend it. The longer you stay, the more data it gathers, the better the recommendations become, and the more likely you are to come back. This creates a feedback loop. Watch, learn about your preferences, improve suggestions, keep you watching, repeat. And it works across millions of users, generating billions of hours of viewing every month. So, what can we learn from this? First, small design choices can have massive psychological impact. Autoplay, infinite scroll, thumbnail targeting. These aren't just aesthetic decisions, they're behavioral ones. Second, friction matters. The less effort a user has to make, the more likely they are to keep going. Netflix has engineered its entire experience to be as smooth as possible. Third, personalization isn't just nice, it's strategic. By making every user feel like the platform gets them, Netflix becomes more than just a service. It becomes a habit. And fourth, unfinished stories are powerful. Cliffhangers, tension, variable reward. These are the same tools used in social media, gaming, and even gambling. But in Netflix's case, they're wrapped in high-quality production and narrative structure. When you combine habit loops, storytelling, frictionless design, and personal data, you don't just create entertainment. You create a system that captures and holds attention. Now you know why just one episode often turns into 3 or 4 or 10. If you found this video insightful, consider subscribing to Learning Channel for more breakdowns on how brands and platforms use psychology, marketing, and strategy to shape behavior. Got a favorite app or company you want us to explore next? Let us know in the comments. We're listening. Thanks for watching. Keep learning fast.